Hey guys, it's Lara from Too Fat from Fat Fitness, toofat4fatfitness.com, and I am here today to announce that I'm starting a very exciting new series on my channel here. I am going to start a Fit Tip Friday series. I'm actually going to, starting next week, going to be doing 2 videos a week, every single week. Monday motivation on Mondays and Fit Tip Fridays on Friday. So I hope that this helps you guys out. If you have any specific ideas or topics you want me to talk about, either on Motivation Mondays or Fit Tip Fridays, let me know. I'm always open to ideas. So for today's Fit Tip Friday, I was kind of torn because at first it's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. So I thought, I should give some Thanksgiving tips. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. My other idea, we'll just wait until next Fit Tip Friday, next Friday. So Thanksgiving weekend is upon us up here in Canada. I know down in the US, you guys still have another month or so until Thanksgiving, I think over a month. But you guys, I figure, can still keep these tips in mind for when Thanksgiving comes upon you. This will also come in handy, of course, at Christmas dinner time and stuff like that. So my biggest advice as far as making it through the holidays without gaining a bunch of weight. My biggest advice is to plan, okay? So you know that you're going to have big dinners, right? So for me, for example, tomorrow is going to be our turkey dinner, our Thanksgiving dinner at my mom's place. This is actually the first year in a few years that we only have one Thanksgiving dinner. Normally we have 2. Normally we go to my father-in-law's place and then we go to my mom's place. So if that's the case, that is fine. It doesn't mean that you're going to gain a bunch of weight. You just have to be smart about it, make good choices, and plan. So I'm just going to give you some of my tips that I've done in the past few years and that I plan on doing tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, you could use it as your treat. You know, 1 treat a week is not going to kill you. It is not going to totally take you off track either, as long as you don't go too overboard. So you could use it as your treat meal for the week, and you can just plan around that, so you don't have to really be too concerned about the calories and the fat and whatever that you're consuming, especially if you're not making the dinner yourself. You're not going to really know how many calories there are in the things, you know what I mean? However, like for me, I'm not going to use tomorrow as my treat because turkey dinners, I don't know, honestly, aside from the stuffing, which I only usually like a very small amount of stuffing anyways, which is weird for me, you know, considering I'm a binge eater. Typically, I like turkey with some cranberry sauce and or with some cranberries and you know, like mashed cauliflower. My mom usually will make that for us. And the steamed vegetables or roasted vegetables, like that's usually my favorite part about the dinner anyway. So it's not usually a big deal for me. I'm not like one of those people that would like kill for a piece of pumpkin pie. So that's not really a big issue for me. So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, because like I say, it's not going to be my treat meal for the week, is I'm going to make sure to work out tomorrow morning. I'll make sure to get a good workout in, get a good sweat on, get a good burn in, just burn some extra calories. I will also then make sure to keep my calories throughout the day fairly low. I'm not talking like starve yourself all day because that's going to be a recipe for disaster. Just make good choices throughout the day. You know, have like a big salad for lunch or, you know, just lots of veggies and fruit and those sorts of things. Good choices. I will definitely be having my Shakeology, for example, because that'll really help me, you know, kind of get through the day. And then I'm going to track it and plan for it as best as I can. So I'm going to ask my mom, like, what are we having? What can I plan that we're having? And then I will put it into my MyFitnessPal diary tonight. I will enter that information first off, and then I'll kind of work my way backwards from there, figuring out how many calories I can have for breakfast and lunch and snacks, and how many calories I need to burn in a workout. So that is basically how I do that. Obviously, it's a little bit easier if you're making turkey dinner yourself because you have control over, you know, what you're putting into things. You can make healthier versions of mashed potatoes that aren't loaded with butter and sour cream and milk. And I don't even know what all my mom puts in those mashed potatoes, but I know she loads them up pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, and then also If you're going obviously to like your parents' place, like for me, I'm gonna actually request to my mom to have some steamed vegetables for me. You know, she's my mom; she'll understand. And but if you're going to somebody's house who you don't really have that type of relationship with, it's just about making better choices when you're there. So stick with the white meat of the turkey. Fill your plate up with the vegetables, and just very small, like I'm talking like a quarter cup of stuffing, maybe a quarter cup of mashed potatoes if you want, just very small portions of that. When we go to my in-laws' place, because obviously, like I say, with my mom, I'm like, you know, can you make this up for me? Can you do this? Da, da, da. But with my in-laws, I'm not quite like that. So what I typically will do is I will fill half my plate with vegetables, and then I will fill a third of my plate with, or a quarter of my plate, I guess, with white meat turkey. And then the other quarter of my plate is for any starches. And I try to stick, like I say, I'll have a little bit of stuffing, like probably even less than a quarter cup of stuffing. And then if there's sweet potatoes, I'll have those before the regular potatoes and whatever. So make sure to make good choices. If you are going somewhere, like I say, you don't want to make any requests. If you're going somewhere where you don't feel comfortable making specific requests and you're not really sure what sort of options they're going to have when it comes to vegetables and healthier choices and stuff like that, you know what, just offer to bring something. Say, hey, I'm just going to bring a salad. You know, you don't really want to show up at dinners empty-handed anyways, right? So then you can just bring that salad and then they'll have to play with that and, you know, that sort of thing. So I hope that that helps. If you are in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you're in the US or elsewhere around the world, when it's your Thanksgiving, I hope you have a great one. I will talk to you guys later.